Hello, I'm Robert Belvin. I'm running for selectman here in Carver. I've been a vocal advocate in this town. I've spoken up at town meeting numerous times. I want to represent you, the public. Our current selectmen aren't representing the public. They're representing special interests. They're representing professionals. The problem is the professionals aren't paying the bills. We are. Numerous residents have spoken out against removing the playground. Yes, we all agree the police station needs to be built, but not at the risk of our playground. The playground is right next to our library. Reading, literature. On a cold day, you get heat. On a hot day, you get cool. There's water available. Bathrooms right there. It's in the perfect location to support our children. My kids have been there. I've been there and helped out, maintaining it through scout projects. The police station doesn't have to be on top of a playground. It can be moved over. It can be at the existing police and fire station. There are other options. The problem is only one option is out there right now. The public has spoken that they want the playground to stay, and it should. Some other projects that have been around this town that I feel have fallen by the wayside. The solar project right beside the elementary school, well, they were supposed to pick the vines. I haven't seen any picking going on over there. It's not the best location for a solar farm, but it's there. We're stuck with it. Why? Because of decisions of the selectmen that have allowed it. Didn't have to happen. Our elected officials are there to represent the people. I want to be the person that you elect to be your selectman. Now, I've been ridiculed at town meetings, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with it. Been called some pretty bad words by our selectmen, but I moved on. You all have your right to your opinion, as I do. The problem is when your government attacks you, that they go ahead and write a memo that says, employees, don't tell Mr. Belvin anything. Bring it to me first. That's wrong. Our employees work for us, the residents. The residents, the taxpayers. We should not be discriminated upon. But that's what's going on. We have residents here to want to serve our town, but they don't get the opportunity because they're blackballed. That's wrong. I won't allow it. I think everyone has an opportunity to represent our town. This is my time to represent you, the Carver residents. It's tough, being in the limelight, sitting out there, making tough decisions. The problem is you have to listen to the residents. If you don't listen to the residents as a selectman, there's something wrong, vitally wrong. I hope you think clear and vote for me. I will represent you. I will be your next selectman, standing out there, speaking out, giving other options, looking at things. Now, people say I don't like the town administrator. You're right. I don't like him. Why? Once you lie to me in public session as a redevelopment authority member, yeah, I got a problem with it. I have a severe problem with officials that lie, manipulate, try to hide things. I've asked for an email from the town administrator to town council be released numerous times on social media, but they won't release it. It's not my right to release their email. It's clear what that email was doing. It was targeting Shane Gives Thanks. That's wrong. You're going to be asked at town meeting to go ahead and vote to remove your rights to vote on a nonprofit organization. You're going to be said, hey, let the finance committee decide whose money should be spent on what. That's wrong. That's not the way our form of government is. They say it's against the anti-aid amendment, but this email says different. But they don't want to tell you that. They don't want to show it to you. Why? Because it proves what's been threatened is wrong. This is not the government we should have. Yes, we are all residents of Carver, elected or appointed. Unfortunately, a lot of the appointed are no longer Carver residents who were elected, but that's what town meeting voted. Be careful at town meeting. Ask questions. Challenge us elected officials for what we say and we do, our decisions. That's your job, and that's what I've been doing for many years here. I want to be your selectman. Please vote for me. I will expose everything. I will represent you. You have a question, you want answers, come to me. I already have town officials, employees coming to me, asking me questions, other residents asking me questions. What's going on? Can you find out this for me? Can you find out that? That's what I do. I give them the answers. I show them the way of what to do and how to do it. It's sad that they can come to me, a resident, instead of their own board of selectmen. That's sad. That's what they're there for. If they're not going to represent you, then guess what? They shouldn't be in office. Please vote for me, Robert Belvin, for your next selectman. I'll represent you. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Barry Callas, and I'm running for the open seat on Carver's Board of Health. I want to tell you a bit more about me, my family, and my experience and qualifications. I'm the son of Samuel and Ann Callas. I grew up not far from here in Scituate, Mass. My father was a full-time Scituate firefighter and master electrician. In addition to caring for us and our household, my mother volunteered with youth groups, and I benefited from her extra help with school. I have 8 brothers and sisters. I'm an uncle and a great uncle. My mother and father demonstrated the values of our faith, how to work hard, and supported us in what we wanted to pursue in life. My mother is 96, and we're fortunate to have her with us as she lives her life to the fullest each day. I'm proud to be her son. I moved to Carver in 2004, 15 years ago now. I moved to Carver because of the natural landscapes, parks, ponds, hiking trails, and overall rural and small town character. I love living on West Street. I have English Cocker Spaniels, Owen, who's 9, and Olivia, who just turned 6. I cycle, garden, and I'm growing in my woodworking skills. I have a long way to go with that. I do my best to be a good neighbor and participate in local civic activities. I am running for the open seat on Carver's Board of Health because I want to put my 29 years of public health experience and skills to work to enhance responses to the health problems that we face. I have an associate's degree in canine science from Newbury College. I worked for a private nonprofit animal shelter that placed dogs and cats in forever homes. Our greatest accomplishment was to secure enough funding to provide on-site, full-scale veterinary services. I have a bachelor's degree in education with a concentration in special education from Northeastern University. I worked with individuals with physical and intellectual disabilities across the age span, teaching academic and social skills to promote self-sufficiency, gainful employment, and chance to live the highest quality of life possible. I have a master's degree in clinical social work from Boston College, focusing on health policy and integration of behavioral health into primary care. I'm employed by the Massachusetts Department of Public Health, Bureau of Infectious Disease and Laboratory Science. My work focuses on integrating addiction and infectious disease services for high-need populations in both medical and non-medical settings. I have experience conducting community and population health assessments and organizing stakeholder advisory groups to guide public health responses. I've managed public health services provided through contract with community-based organizations, community health centers, and hospitals. We live in a town where care and thought are turned into dedicated volunteerism. Over the last few weeks, I've participated in several health-related events demonstrating this fact. They were very impressive. These events brought together students, parents, teachers, elected officials, and representatives from public safety, the faith community, and businesses, not just to show support, which is important to do, but to take steps to promote connectedness for better solutions. If elected, I will support the health and well-being of all Carver residents with the following. 1, to carry out the mandates and duties of the Board of Health and support the work of our health agent, Kevin Forge, to address disease, promote safe and clean living conditions, and protect our environment. 2, to recommend adjustments to public health information and resources for the Board of Health webpage, and to do so in an ongoing way. And 3, to share available local public health data to inform and promote coordination of health promotion and disease prevention activities. I'm Barry Callas, and I'm running for the open seat on Carver's Board of Health. I ask for your vote on Saturday, April 27, 2019. Voting takes place at the Carver Middle High School from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. I look forward to seeing you, and thank you for your time and support.
Hi, my name is Tracey Hall, and I'm running for the Carver Board of Health. I'm very excited for the opportunity to serve my town in this important role. I've lived in Carver for 16 years and have 2 children in Carver schools. I have over 20 years of experience in the research and development of medicines that are given to patients across the world. Most recently, I've worked to ensure the safety of life-saving cancer medicines by proactively identifying any safety issues and taking action to protect the safety of the public. I grew up in Raynham, and after graduating high school, I studied at Bridgewater State College and earned a bachelor's degree in biology, then went on to graduate school at Northeastern University and earned a master's degree in pharmacology and health sciences. I also have a master's degree in business administration from UMass Amherst. In my career, I've worked to protect the health and safety of individuals around the world, and I now want to bring my work to the local level and serve the town of Carver. If elected, I will carry out my duties on the Board of Health with professionalism, respect, and objectivity. I also plan to enhance public awareness of what the board does to ensure the health and safety of town residents, and will also give individuals the opportunity to ask questions or raise concerns at any time. I look forward to serving on the Board of Health to ensure that Carver residents are provided with the highest standard of public health and safety. I would be honored to be elected to this role, and I would appreciate your vote on April 27th. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Cara Dayhill, and I'm running for the elected office of Town Clerk here in Carver. I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce myself to those who may not have met me yet, and to tell the public a little about myself and my experiences and qualifications that make me feel that I'd be an asset to the town as clerk. I have lived in town for just over 20 years with my husband James and 16-year-old son Connor. We have family who live here in town as well. I have run our businesses for the past 31 years, and we are located in South Carver. In the course of running those businesses, I have had the opportunity to get to know my community and have volunteered on many levels within the school system, cranberry industry, and town within the surrounding local communities. I have also have the pleasure of serving as an appointed alternate member of the Planning Board. I have a strong background in customer service, business management, bookkeeping, and working and dealing with state and federal agencies. Budgeting for seasonal businesses, holding and running corporate elections, serving as a corporate officer and director. I have taken and received numerous courses and classes in Microsoft Office, office management, conflict resolution, customer service, and accounting. Having the actual practical working experiences and applying these skills have allowed me to function successfully over the past 30 years. It is my hope that these experiences will serve me and help me make this transition into this position smooth. I understand that town clerk is a very important position. I did a lot of research before I decided to run, and I contacted the state. I looked into the job description. Town clerk must be neutral in their politics and treat everyone in a fair and professional manner. I have learned a lot since. I have been studying the ethics codes, mass general laws, and election laws, and also have looked into the town clerks associations to get a better understanding of this position. If elected as town clerk, I am dedicated to providing a high standard of excellence in the work that I will do. I want my office to be a pleasant and professional environment and welcoming experience to all who seek service or help. I look forward to serving my town as town clerk and meeting with residents, and I just want to say that I am available to answer any questions or concerns that anyone may have for me. I appreciate this opportunity to serve and hope to earn your votes on Election Day. Thank you.
Hello, and thank you for the time to get to know me. My name is Katherine Bansal, and I'm running for Town Clerk of Carver. When I think about Carver, I think about family. This is the town that I was born and raised in, and my husband and I have chosen to raise our family here. I love that I'm able to go around town and see people that I know. I've had the wonderful opportunity of seeing my husband excel at Carver EMS, dedicating his time to the citizens of Carver. I want the privilege to be elected as the next town clerk to give back to the citizens of Carver. I have experience working with the public, managing staff, maintaining records, and adhering to government rules and regulations. I've been asked why I'm running for town clerk when I'm a nurse. When I went to nursing school, I was a single mom recently laid off from a sales position. I was looking for a job where I could always provide a roof over my children's head, food in their bellies, and clothes on their backs. My mother always was able to provide for my brothers and me, and I followed in her footsteps. I do not regret becoming a nurse, and I have made a difference in people's lives as a nurse. I'm at a point in my life that I want to enter public service where I can give back to the town that has given me and my family so much. I want to help people in a different way than I have in nursing, and hopefully with your trust, it will be as your next town clerk. My experience as a nurse and my past experience in sales and hospitality have given me a great base to learn the position of town clerk. No matter who is elected April 27th, the learning curve is the same. I have the proven track record of being an adult learner and able to learn the role and responsibilities of a new career. Over the years, I've had to learn multiple medical record systems and different skill sets. I'm knowledgeable in Microsoft Office. In every position I've held, I've worked with the public. I have the history of providing great customer service, no matter if it's a great day for the person or one of their worst. I'm currently the vice chair of the Finance Committee for the town of Carver. It's given me the opportunity to learn the town's financial plan. The current town clerk presented the budget for the clerk's office to the Finance Committee. I asked her what she would want if she had carte blanche. She informed the Finance Committee that the clerk's office is understaffed, that it's difficult to get all of the work completed during office hours. I understand how it is working short-staffed, and I have the history of working late to make sure that everything is completed. If elected, I will work with town hall officials, the Finance Committee, and the Board of Selectmen to work on getting the office properly staffed so the clerk's office is always providing exceptional service to the citizens of the town. With a busy election next year, the clerk's office will be starting to get ready very soon for the primary elections and the general election. The hours are long and the work is hard in getting ready for multiple elections. I have no issue with working long hours to make sure that the town is ready for election days. My husband and I both manage working a lot of hours and making it work with our family. We have a dedication to this town. My husband has worked for Carver EMS for 15 years and frequently is not at family events because he's helping as citizens of this town. I understand the sacrifice of being responsible to the town and have no problem dedicating myself as the next town clerk. When it comes to managing vital records, I have the background of managing people's medical records. All information must be accurate in a medical record. In managing a patient's medical record, you have to be very organized and proficient with prioritizing tasks. I have the practice of doing this and will bring these skills if elected as the next town clerk. I hope that this gives a little insight as to why I want to be your next town clerk. This is our town, and I'm happy to call it home. I hope to earn your vote on Saturday the 27th. Thank you for your time.
Hello, my name is Raymond ODonnell, and I am running for the 5-year seat on the Carver Planning Board. I have been a resident of the town of Carver for the past 5 decades, attending the Plymouth-Carver Regional School District while participating in the town's sports programs either as a youth player or volunteering as an adult coach. My children were raised and also attended the Carver school system. I am married and I have a blended family of 6 children. I am a disabled American veteran and recently retired from the U.S. Army after 34 years of service. I am currently employed with United Technologies as a senior project manager in construction, focusing on energy conservation, and I hold a bachelor's degree from Post University in business management. I believe that many of my past and current job responsibilities can be translated to my role as an appointed member of the planning board, if elected, ranging from reading construction plans and specifications, as well as traffic and environmental studies. If elected, my top priorities as a member of the planning board will be, number 1, a strong advocate for short and long-term solutions for solar energy and battery storage for all residents, covering our health and financial interests. The increasing demand for renewable energy has prompted small towns such as Carver to allow the building of commercial solar projects. I support the use of solar projects in our town, but I am also concerned of where they will be as well as the size of the project. Solar energy does come with a lot of advantages, but it also comes with disadvantages. We need to look long-term as to how this will affect the health and financial interests of the community when these projects have reached their expected lifespan. Number 2, committed to a well-balanced design growth as it applies to Chapter 121B Urban Development and Chapter 79 Eminent Domain while using community feedback as a guide for the needs and wants. I support urban development by balancing the human needs, the community needs, and the environmental preservation. Urban development has a cause and effect outcome. We should always consider, does the effect outweigh the cause? I do not support the taking of eminent domain, especially when the profiters are for private or personal gain. Eminent domain was built and designed to benefit the public as a whole, not to put money in someone's pocket. Eminent domain is a government system that is easily abused, provides unfair compensation, and possible mass evictions. Number 3, provide strong leadership, resulting in effective operations that deliver high value when working with other planning board members, town officials, and the residents when working with the town's zoning bylaws, zoning maps, divisions of land, and the review of large-scale projects with town-wide impacts. A board member is a trustee of the community that elects him or her. The trustee must be accessible and willing to collaborate with all members of the community and other board members. I believe that a board member must be responsive and receptive to all requests, applications, proposals, and inquiries that are presented. Any petitioner that comes before the board has a right to be heard, not just speak. As a planning board member, I will take input from all parties, weigh all facts, and make unbiased recommendations or decisions that not only fall within the town bylaws, but also are fair to the petitioner. Leadership, loyalty, duty, respect, self-service, honesty, integrity, personal courage. These are the values of the American soldier that form the core of a philosophy that applies to every aspect of military life. These are the values that I will bring to the planning board and the residents of the town of Carver if you elect me as a planning board member on April 27th. Thank you, and God bless America.
Hello, Carver. My name is Jason Greenwood, and I am on this year's ballot for one of the 2 school committee positions. While these positions are uncontested this year, I felt it important that our residents of our town have the opportunity to learn about my background and qualifications. I have been a resident of Carver for the last 11 years. My wife, Rebecca, grew up here and attended Carver Public Schools. Her family have been lifelong residents and have set up long-standing roots in the community. We have 2 children who now attend our new elementary school. This, combined with my experience in education, is my guiding force for my interest in school committee. I've been involved in education since 2004. I've had the opportunity to work as an elementary classroom teacher, an elementary math specialist, middle school math teacher, assistant principal, and STEM department head. My career started out in Connecticut and made its way to New York and inevitably in 2009, Massachusetts. My experiences in the Commonwealth ranged from Boston to Dartmouth, Medway to Fall River. In Massachusetts, I'm certified in elementary education, elementary mathematics, middle school mathematics, and principal assistant principal for pre-K through 8th grade. My involvement with school committee has been through many outlets throughout my career. I've been a part of a teachers union that has fought to keep schools open. I've given presentations on data and school climate as a department head. I've been part of the budget process when difficult decisions had to be made. All of these experiences have led me to become a well-rounded educator who has seen both the educator and administrator sides of these vital issues. Many of these issues, including staffing and budgeting, can be sensitive topics in which there are strong opinions from all stakeholders. As a member of your school committee, I'll be able to engage in these conversations from the lens of the teacher, the administrator, the district personnel, the parent, and the concerned citizen. I am not coming into this position with certain agendas and potential policy changes. I'm looking to add my voice to a proven and successful team that has made very wise and strategic decisions to help our school community move forward. Over these next 3 years, I'll continue to work with the school committee to keep Carver Public Schools at the forefront of education. While there may be contentious times ahead, especially during budget seasons, I will always act in the best interest of our educators, families, and community members. I'm not here to make promises about what I'll do month to month. There's no telling what may arise in the future, but what I will promise is that I will work to ensure that the present, and as important, the future of our school community is in good hands. Everyone's voice and opinions are valuable. Even though I am not in a contested race, I urge you all to get out and participate in our town meeting on April 22nd and vote in the town's election on April 27th. If you'd like to learn more about me, please visit my Greenwood for School Committee page that can be found on Facebook. Thank you everyone for taking the time to learn a little bit more about my run for Carver School Committee. Thank you very much.